Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial. Today we're making this cute, spooky, lovely car hanger, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started right with the supplies and yarn you will need. Okay, so you will need 3 colors, orange, yellow, and white. You will need a 3.5 hook. Please tell me y'all can see that. Some scissors, some eyes, a needle, and then a stitch marker. Okay, so we're going to start with our candy corn just because I want to. So grab your yarn, your yellow yarn, and we're going to start with a chain of 9. So to make a chain, grab the beginning piece of your yarn. I like to use my pointer and middle finger, wrap the yarn, hold it with your thumb, and you're going to wrap it around your fingers 1 time. And when you turn your hand over to the front, make an X with the yarn. Then grab your hook. We're going to go under this bottom part of the X, under, then grab this top part of the X, pull it underneath that strand, turn your hook upwards. So now just take your fingers out of all this mess, and I like to hold the loose strand and the strand of yarn that is connected to your skein. Hold both of those and just pull to tighten our knot. So now it's tightened, so now you can just pull on a strand that is connected to your skein. That way it tightens onto your hook. So now we're ready to chain 9. I like to hold onto this strand while I'm working, just makes it easier to control. So to chain, just yarn under our strand and pull through this little loop. So yarn under, and you're going to turn your hook downwards to get it through that loop on our hook, and just do that 9 times. Okay, so now we have 9 chains, and we're going to single crochet down, skipping that first chain. So going right into the second chain right here, just chain down. So we'll end with 8 single crochets. Okay, so here we have 8 single crochets, and I just like to count to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we're going to turn this piece upside down. So now we're going to work on the other side of our chain. And we worked 8 down, so we're only going to do 8 all the way back. I like to do my first one in the same spot where I just put my last single crochet, so right in here. That's our first one. 7 more. I like to single crochet into this loose strand just 2 or 3 times to secure it a little. So that was our second single crochet. Our next one will be right here, and you can just kind of find a little spot. It doesn't have to be exact. So that's 4. Then after I do about 2 or 3 single crochets, I will just push this piece to the front of our work and just get it out of our way. We are no longer single crocheting into it. It will come in handy at the very end, so don't cut it off. We need it to tie together our project at the end. 5. Here's 6, 7, and our last single crochet will go right there. 8. Okay, so it might look a little funny, a bit curled and twisted, but here we have 8 single crochets on both sides. So that was round 1. For round 2, we're going to turn our work again into the very next single crochet, which is right here. Not whatever this is, our next single crochet, this one. We're going to do 1 increase. So it's just 2 single crochets into that same stitch. That is our first stitch of round 2. So grab your stitch marker and put it in the first stitch of the increase, which is right here, because we did 2. So 1, 2, close that up, and that's going to mark the beginning of the rows. So now we're going to do 7 single crochet all the way down. just 7 of them. Okay, so I just finished my 7th one. Now we're going to do 1 more increase and then 7 more single crochet. So 1 increase right here, which is just 2 single crochets into the same stitch, and then 7 single crochet all the way down. Okay, so we have reached the end of round 2. We're going to take out our stitch marker and start round 3. So round 3 is just 1 single crochet all the way around. Put your stitch marker back in. Okay, so just single crochet all the way around, and I will meet y'all back when we reached our stitch marker again for round 4. And we are going to change to orange. Okay, so we just finished our single crochet all the way around. To switch to orange, I like to do it before I start the first stitch of the next round. So take out your hook and you're going to pull out this stitch just to where these 2 little loops are out. So put your hook back in them. That was probably confusing. Instead of doing that, you could also just, when you get to the last stitch, just do half of a single crochet. So you're going to go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and that's it. You're not going to yarn over and complete the single crochet. Just stop when you have the 2 loops on a yarn, bring in your orange yarn. I would use a lighter orange, but that's just me. This is all I had. So to attach it, we're going to, I like to just hold down on the beginning piece of the orange and the yellow so it doesn't get all loose. Yarn over and then finish your single crochet with the orange yarn. So there we go. As you can see, it's a little bit loose, so I like to just pull on the yellow and the orange a little. You can fix it later also when we're actually working with the orange. So now take out your stitch marker to begin round 4. We're going to do 1 decrease and then single crochet 4. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. So you should end with 15 stitches. So to do a decrease, how I do it, I know there's an invisible decrease, but I just go into the next stitch. I like to single crochet into the orange and yellow. You can cut off the yellow now because we're not using it anymore. So I single crochet into these ends so I don't have to weave them in later. Pull up a loop, then go into the next stitch and do the same thing. Pull up a loop. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3. That's how I do a decrease for single crochet. If you know a better way, you can just do that. And now we're going to just single crochet 4 and do another decrease and single crochet 4 again, and then just do that 1 more time. And I will meet y'all once we finish round 4. I will show y'all how to decrease 1 more time just in case you need to see it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. So when you're about to run out of your ends, you can come back to the front and just pull on the ends a little bit so you can see it tighten. You don't want to pull too tight because then you can't crochet into the stitch. And then just pull it loose again. That way these aren't all scrunched up. After I do like 4 or 5 crochets into them, then I just toss them in here and ignore them. You can knot them also so they're more secure, but I don't care. So for the decrease, go into the single crochet, pull up a loop, go into our next single crochet, pull up another loop, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, and that is our decrease. Single crochet 4 again, and yeah, just do that 1 more time and you should be at the end of the row. Okay, we finished row 4. Rows 5 through 7, you're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. So this is our first stitch. I forgot our stitch marker, you're gonna want to put it back in for this, just because we're repeating the same thing over and over again. It might get hard to tell where you're starting. Just single crochet all the way around for 3 rounds, and I will meet you back here. Here is how your work should look like before you complete all those single crochets. It's starting to come in a little bit to make that candy corn shape. So yeah, if it looks something like this, you're doing it right so far. Okay, so I finished 5 through 7, just single crochet all the way around. Now we can move on to row 8, which is 1 decrease and then single crochet 3, and we'll repeat that 3 times. So here is the start of our row. So 1 decrease right here, yarn over all 3, and then single crochet 3. Another decrease. Okay, so I will meet y'all at the end of this. Okay, so that was row 8. Row 9, you're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. When we start row 10, we will change to white yarn, but before that, we're going to stuff our candy corn. Okay, so here's a good amount. Just stuff her. I will probably speed this process up. I don't really know how to explain it. You just stuff it. Don't overstuff though. You know you have overstuffed when she looks like a ball and not candy corn. I like to make sure to push the filling into the corners to really shape it. If you don't, it'll look more rounded. So yeah, just kind of shove it into the corners, as you can see. There you go. Okay, oh my gosh, look at all that mess from the filling. We're going to do half a single crochet in the last stitch of row 9. You can cut off our orange yarn, bring in our white yarn, and attach. So finish the single crochet with the white yarn. Row 10 is 1 decrease and then 2 single crochet, and repeating that 3 times. So now we will start with our decrease. And then single crochet 2. And again, a decrease. For our decrease, we're going to go into the single crochet, pull up a loop, go into the next single crochet, pull up another loop, and yarn over, pull through all 3. So I will meet y'all at the end of row 10. Alright, just finished row 10. Row 11 is just 1 single crochet all the way around. So I will meet y'all at the end of row 11. Alright, just finished row 11. We're going to stuff again, just a tiny bit. Okay, row 12 is 1 decrease and then 1 single crochet, and repeat that 3 times as well. So that was our decrease. Single crochet 1, another decrease. Alright, and then so after row 12, we will cut off a medium length of yarn just to weave in our ends. So you can take out your hook, attach your needle to the yarn, and you can stuff the tip a tiny bit more if you would like. I might just do a baby amount. Okay, and to close up the top, I like to just go into the front loop of each single crochet. So there are only 6. So I like to go right here. This is 1. And so the front loop is just, so here's 1 single crochet. The front loop would just be this front half of the single crochet. We're not going through both loops of the single crochet, just the front. So this is our second one, our third, 4, 5, and 6. Then you just pull tight and it closes like that. Then I like to put the yarn right back through the middle and out the back. So you just pick which is the back. The uglier side is usually the back. Here's the back. Just bring the yarn, and I like to pull it a good amount. That way it just makes the top more pointy, like so. Then you can just weave this piece in more or cut it off, whatever you would like. And there is our candy corn. Again, we need this piece for the end when we're attaching everything, so leave that there. Of course, take out the stitch marker, and now we can start our ghost. For the ghost, we're using the same hook and just white yarn. This time we're making a magic ring, so to do that, you grab the beginning piece of your yarn again, wrap it once over your finger, and you're going to make an X. Grab your hook, go under the first part of the X, grab the top part, pull it through, turn your hook upwards. Now we're going to grab the top piece of the X again, so go under it. Then you're going to pull it through this loop on your hook. So you're going to just slide. Then when you're almost there, you're going to turn your hook downwards and pull it through that loop. Now you can take your fingers out, and here is the magic loop right here. So to tighten it, we're going to pull on a working piece of yarn that is attached to our skein, just to tighten it onto our hook. And we are going to work into the loop and this end piece of our yarn, that way we do not have to sew it in later. So round 1, we're going to single crochet 6 into the magic ring. So same stitch as before, go under the loop, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. That is your first single crochet. So go under, yarn over, pull through both loops. Your second single crochet, this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. So to close the magic ring, we're going to pull on this end piece of our yarn while holding on to our work, and the circle just closes like so. And you're gonna want to do it tight so it does not open up ever again. That was round 1. Round 2, we're going to do increases all the way around, so 6 in total, and you have to count. We did 6 single crochets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our first single crochet is right here, the 6th one. It is a bit hard to tell, that's why I have to count sometimes. So just 2 single crochet in the same first stitch. That was our first one. Do our second single crochet in that same stitch. So that was our first increase. We need 5 more. So I will meet you when you have done 6 single crochet increases. Okay, this is the end of row 2. You know you did it right when you have 12 single crochets. Round 3 is going to be 1 single crochet and then 1 increase, and just repeating that pattern all the way around. So here's our first stitch of row 3, 1 single crochet. We can put our stitch marker in and 1 increase. So just repeat this all the way around. 1 single crochet, 1 increase. I will meet you at the end. Okay, we finished row 3. Starting round 4, we're going to do 2 single crochet and then 1 increase, and repeating that pattern all the way around. So here's the first stitch of round 4. We can put our stitch marker back in. That was 1, 2 single crochet, now 1 increase. So 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So now 2 single crochet and 1 increase. So repeat that all the way around. Okay, so that was round 4. So now we're going to do rows 5 through 9, and they're all just 1 single crochet all the way around. So that's a total of 5 rounds that you're doing the same thing over and over. So I will meet y'all back after that. This is what your ghost should be looking like now. So row 10, we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to do half double crochet all the way down, skipping the first stitch. So we're going to go straight into the second one, and to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 at the same time. That is a half double crochet, and we're going to be doing 3 of those. Here's our last one. It goes right here. So yarn over, pull through, have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 11 stitches. So not this one, because that is where our arm is, but we're going to single crochet right next to it. That's our first single crochet, and now we need 10 more. So now we're going to chain 4 again and do 3 half double crochet down, skipping the first chain. And don't forget, you have to yarn over before you go into the stitch for half double crochet. Single crochet all the way to the end of the row, which should be 12 stitches. So go into this one. That is our first single crochet. Now we have 11 more single crochet. Okay, for row 11, we're going to do 1 single crochet, which I just did. Then we're going to skip the arm, so just push it in front of you and find the next stitch, which would be this one right here. So move the arm and go into this stitch. Then you're going to do single crochets all the way till you reach the other arm, which should be 11 single crochets. And then you're just going to do the same thing again, where you skip the arm and just push it in front of you. That way it is outside the project and not stuck inside where you can't see it. I'm going to do single crochet right here. And then just single crochet all the way to the end of your row. Okay, for rows 12, we're just going to do 1 single crochet all the way around. We're not skipping anything, so you'll see right here our row from before. We're going to go right in that and just keep going. Okay, we just finished round 13. We're going to be working the entire round in the front loop only, which I will show you right now. This is a regular single crochet, right? So front loop, we will only be going into this front section instead of going through both. And then this would be the back loop. So yes, so yeah, front loop only all the way around. We're going to do a single crochet. This is going to make the little frills of our ghost. So 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, and 1 more single crochet all into the same front loop stitch. So that was our first single crochet. So for a double crochet, you yarn over, go into that same front loop only, pull up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through just 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. and that is a double crochet. So now we need one more single crochet in the same stitch, and that is our first stitch. Then we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch, but again, only front loop only. So for a slip stitch, you just go into the stitch, pull up a loop, and immediately just pull through the loop, and that is a slip stitch. So we're going to repeat this pattern all the way around. The single crochet, double crochet, single crochet in one stitch, slip stitch, and then single crochet, double crochet, single crochet into the same stitch, slip stitch, all in the front loop again. And just do that all the way around. So I'll do this next one again with you, just in case you need more help. So front loop only, one single crochet, one double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2, then a single crochet. That is it for that stitch. Now we're doing a slip stitch. You just go in, yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull through. Alright guys, so it was 11 little baubles or whatever here. So to connect them, I just do a slip stitch into the very first single crochet that we made. Boom, that's it. And now we're going to work in the back loop only. So we're going to turn our work upside down, and as you can see, hopefully, these are all of the back loops that we didn't work into the round before. So you can see them going all the way around. So we're only working in those back loops to close up the ghost. And we're going to be doing 2 single crochets and 1 decrease all the way around. So this might be a little tricky to show, but here's the first single crochet, second single crochet, and now a decrease. So just pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. That is our decrease, and then single crochet 2, and we'll just be doing this all the way around. Here is another decrease. Now this part is a bit hard to tell, so you might miss or skip a few stitches, which is honestly fine because this is the bottom of the ghost that no one will see. So it's okay if you mess up because no one is gonna see this. I will meet you at the end. So now we can start stuffing and put our eyes in. So just pick whichever side you want to be the front. I will probably do this side, yeah, just because the arms are a bit closer to the front on this side. So the eyes go between rows 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I just like to put them in a random spot and then just adjust them. I picked these 2 spots and I like to keep them around 3 to 4 stitches apart from each other. So I like how this placement looks. So I'm just going to put the backs in so they stay secure. Okay, I just finished stuffing the ghost. You don't want to fill it up too much just because the closing is gonna go inwards a bit. You don't want it to be sticking out because then your ghost will look like it has a bump on the bottom. You want it to look smooth like this, flat bottom. Okay, so for the next round, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet and 1 decrease all the way around. So here's the first single crochet right here, and then 1 decrease. And we're working into both loops of the single crochet. We're not doing front or back loop, we're just doing normal through both. So 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. For the last round, we're just going to be doing decreases all the way around. You should get around 6 decreases done. And then you can stuff the ghost a tiny bit more if you want right before we close this up, because this, you're gonna Again, you're gonna want this to go in a little bit, so I think my ghost is good just like that. After that, we can cut off. I like to do a medium length tail just to sew in these ends. Pull your hook out, grab your needle, and take out your stitch marker. Of course, I like to close this the same way as the candy corn, just going through the front loops only of all remaining stitches, which should be 6. You might have maybe 1 or 2 more or less stitches than me, which, hey, as long as it looks similar, you're fine, because crochet is an art. You're gonna make mistakes. It's not gonna be perfect every time, and that's just kind of the point. That's what makes it unique and beautiful. I like to pull extra tight, that way this bottom goes in like I told y'all. You can see that. Then just weave this in a tiny bit more. And in this end, I forgot to leave one end out like we did for the candy corn at the bottom. So we'll just bring this piece all the way to the bottom and keep it. Don't cut it. We're gonna need it when we attach both our candy corn and ghost. So now to make the hanging piece, you can honestly use whatever yarn you want. One of the colors we already did. I just see what looks good. I don't know which one. Y'all should comment below which one y'all like better, because I really can't choose. Whatever color you decide on, you're just going to be making a chain of around 70 to 80, whatever length you prefer. You can go even shorter or longer depending if you're making a keychain or whatever you want. But yes, to do a chain, going to grab the yarn, make an X, go through the bottom part of the X, then you're going to pull down this top part of the X, turn your hook upwards and take your fingers out. Now you're going to pull on a working piece and end piece of the yarn at the same time to tighten a knot. Then drop the loose end of the yarn and just pull on the working strand of yarn to tighten a knot around your hook. Then you can start your chain. So you just yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, all the way till 70 or 80, whatever you want. Okay, so I did a chain of 70 in case you're wanting to know how long it is. I don't have my tape measure, so sorry, I'm too lazy to get up and do that. But this is gonna go all the way through the top and bottom of the ghost, so it'll land around right here, and same thing with the candy corn. So this is about how long it would be with just 70 chains. So let's actually put it together. Just cut off a long strand for the end. I like to chain an extra one because I'm gonna pull this tight, and it kind of makes that extra chain go away, as you can see. So now grab your needle, pass the yarn through. I'm going to do the candy corn first, so just go straight through the top all the way to the bottom. You're gonna have to scrunch it up a bit. All right. Now you are supposed to pull the actual chain through, but I think I put a bit too much stuffing. So honestly, this is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, some of it went through, but not all of it. So as long as some of the chains go, you're fine. I have this end meet your orange end, and by that I mean just have them come out the same hole. So right here, that way we can make some knots. So now we're just going to make some little knots to secure this. Okay, I did 5 knots because it was still moving around after 3. So here we go. Now these ends you just weave into your work. Just weave them in wherever you want and cut the yarn off, and you're done with the candy corn. I was supposed to leave a little more space when I started this, but I think this should be enough. Same thing, go through the top of the ghost all the way to the bottom. You want it to be as centered as possible. Oh yeah, the ghost was way easier. Look, the chain actually came all the way through, so you don't want too much sticking out. When you tie the ends, you want to tie right above the chains. You don't actually want to knot the chain up just because it'll be a bit too big. So like right there, I'm knotting it right here, right above the first chain. You can just pull the excess up. You don't want to pull too hard so the knot goes into the ghost. And this part, again, you just weave in wherever you want, cut off the yarn, and then you're done. All right, that's how it looks. And here is your finished product. Cute little car hanger. Everyone will be jealous of you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was easy to understand. Thank you so much, and have a great day or night wherever you are.